Playing with the word now, Hollywood geeking. It's just another Hollywood weekend. I'm just another Hollywood demon. Dropping next season, I ain't got a reason.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to yet another episode in the Patreon Loadouts series. And it's been a while since I made a video on this. It's meant to be every 2 weeks. I've been kind of slacking on that front, but I'm definitely going to get on top of it now. I've just organised the Patreon Discord, like in terms of roles, etc. So it's going to be super easy for me to sort that out. So if you don't know what this series is, and you couldn't really guess by the title, essentially it's just a series where I showcase 2 or 3 Patreon's loadouts each time, and they submit them to me of their different cosmetic sets for each class, and I just kind of go over them. So I've got a ton of nice loadouts for today's episode. Link to my Patreon if you are interested in pledging will be down below. Of course, it is completely optional. It's just to sort of support me financially if you want to. Again, there's nothing making you do it. This is just one of the rewards, and it's a pretty cool opportunity for people to showcase their loadouts and different cosmetic sets that work together, and I really like that. So without further ado, let's get into the first loadout of the episode. So this first loadout belongs to Summerwave 72. This is an extremely basic medic loadout that you can afford for under a key. It consists of the field practice, the blighted beak, and the physician's procedure mask. Now, one thing that I'd love to say about this is that the field practice is quite possibly one of my favourite new cosmetics to be released. I said this in my video when the update came out. It's like a version of the Bill's hat for the medic exclusively with a pair of headphones, and it just does look fantastic with the blighted beak. I can't speak. The physician's procedure mask is not too noticeable, but when you look closely you can kind of see the underside of the medic cross that's on the mask, and it just does completely cover the medic's face, leaving nothing exposed. Overall, it's very interesting to see 3 head and face orientated cosmetics with nothing like the heat of winter, etc. or other bodily cosmetics used, but I think they work really well together, and the field practice along with the blighted beak is a surprisingly really nice combo. So that's definitely a really nice medic loadout from Summerwave 72. So as summer comes to an end, you're gonna need to wrap up warm, and that is exactly what Deviant Guide has done in his Scouts loadout. He's got a Burning Flames rather festive tree, the Booty Time cosmetic, and a Merc's muffler. This is an extremely festive cosmetic, and one interesting thing to note is that I actually traded this Burning Flames tree to him. Like, when I had my Burning Tree, I traded it away to Deviant Guide, and this is the loadout he made with it. I love how festive it is. Like, you've got the elf boots and the jingle bell kind of things on the wrist as well. I think that's really cool, and the Merc's muffler is a great touch, and it's definitely a very winter themed loadout. And the burning tree is such an awesome hat. Like, I do kind of miss having it. I've owned it a couple times now, and it's just such an awesome hat. Overall, I mean, this is just a really cool loadout. And this last one isn't technically a Patreon, it's someone who donated a large sum of money, and I offered for them to be in the Patreon Discord, so they're there, and they've submitted this really cool loadout. And this loadout consists of a Dark Blaze Napper's Respite, a vintage Foster's Facade, and a soot suit. And what I really like about this is not only the paint on the nappers, I mean straight off that's awesome, but you never really see the Foster's Facades used. You always see the Last Breath, occasionally the Rusty Reaper, but you never really see the Foster's Facade, and it actually looks really good when combined with the Napper's Respite. And it's the same with the soot suit as well. I don't see that very often. It's normally a very, very generic loadout, very much like my Pyro, with the Sub-Zero suit and the Foster's and the Last Breath, sorry, but this is a nice switch up. And obviously the Dark Blaze is an amazing effect, one of my favourite Halloween effects to ever exist, and it looks awesome with this loadout. So guys, that is just about it for this video. Leave a like if you did enjoy it, and let me know your thoughts down below. A link to my Patreon will be down below once again if you are at all interested in becoming a patron. Guys, that is just about it. Thank you again so much for watching, and peace.